And glasses. We went to school together. We went through Boy Scouts together. He was the president of the student council. Perhaps the nicest man I've ever known. One summer, we painted houses together. And Walt created a sign with a logo that said, P.S. We paint. In Preissing, Stanczak. Phone number. We stayed busy all summer. On our last job, Wally contracted to both paint and replace gutters on a house, on a ranch house. I said, Wally, I don't know anything about gutters. It's easy. Turned out he was not altogether familiar with the gutter installation process. And we had to enlist brother Joe, who was running out of time. And every time I went past that house in subsequent years, so it's sort of tough. Wally was, this is an echo, Wally was perhaps the kindest man I've ever known. He was empathetic. He could speak with everyone and made everyone feel comfortable with him. Moreover, Wally survived a bilateral lung transplant that had, and I just looked it up, in 5 years had a 50% mortality rate. And he went 13, which meant, Martha, that he had more work to do, and he did. Wally and Teresa had a good marriage. They were on the same team. They were pulling in the same direction. Kate has often said, looking at the two of them, Wally loves her. That is true. He talked about Jack and Eva fondly. He liked to be a dad. He liked to tell dad jokes. And do you remember a song from 25 years ago that had the annoying refrain about who let the dogs out? So he told me that with Jack and Eva, he would occasionally just drop that into conversation so that they groan. The last dad joke, we can tell jokes, right? The last dad joke that Wally told me is very short. It was about an ice fisherman here in the state of Minnesota, way north, who froze his toes, and they got gangrene, and they had to be amputated. And he came home, and his wife left him because she was lactose intolerant. Even though I'm a couple of points to the right of center in politics, and he was a couple more points to the left of center, over the years we could talk about these things which tear people apart without having any emotional adverse effect. He respected my point of view as I respected his, and that's huge. Wally started a new job a couple years ago, working with younger colleagues. I assume some of these younger colleagues are in the room today. And Wally had a sort of a signature style of dress where he would wear a collared shirt over a collared shirt. And so at Halloween, the younger colleagues came in dressed with a collared shirt. They came in dressed as Wally. They loved him too. Sadness. It's tremendous sadness. We knew this day was coming. And I took solace from the message I received from John when Wally died. He said, Wally died peacefully. And I thank God that he died